What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will, you know I appreciate it. All that information is in the description box below. Make sure you go to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks, subscribe over there, and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Alright, y'all, thanks for clicking on the video. Again, I gotta say I appreciate everyone who supports this channel. Those who've donated, y'all show out. Even the churches who support me, the pastors and the first lady who tell me, Dawson, you know, sometimes you get a little out there with your mouth, but you have a pastor's heart, and I'm glad that you all see that. I have the heartbeat of humanity, and I want everybody to do well, which is why we come against these people who abuse the people in the church. That's why I'm here. Now let me get into this story. Now this story is coming out of Alabama, Mobile, Alabama. The Mobile Police Department Special Victim Unit made an arrest in an extensive sexual assault investigation. Pastor Gregory Renee Adams, 63 years old, was located and charged with 3 counts of rape first degree, 2 counts of rape second degree, 3 counts of sodomy first degree, and 2 counts of sexual abuse. Now, let me say this for a minute here. This is Pastor Gregory Adams being arrested. I know he looks a little different with that gray hair he didn't put in his Just for Men or that Beijing. Man, he has a younger wife. His wife, you all saw her in that picture right there. But let me say this. Pastor is also a prophet. He prophesies a lot in his church, and that's why he draws the crowd that he has at his church. And I always pose a question to the prophets and prophetess, out there who get into trouble. You all didn't see any of this coming? You didn't see any of it? Man. Now I'm going to let you all watch this video of the pastor apologizing, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary. And you all know me. I'm Dawson, and I won't hold back.
A Citronelle pastor is apologizing tonight after being accused of sexual assault. Mobile police say its preliminary investigation suggests Gregory Adams contacted some of his victims through churches in Citronelle and Waynesboro, Mississippi. Adams was taken into custody this afternoon in Waggersville at his son's house. NBC 15's Rachel Wilkerson joins us from MPD headquarters tonight. Rachel?
Kim, MPD says this has been an extensive sexual assault investigation, and it's thankful Adams is off the street.
Gregory Adams violated a sacred trust of this community, those that depended on him most. He preyed on and he took advantage of.
63-year-old Gregory Adams is accused of sexually assaulting multiple members of his congregation. Public Safety Director Lawrence Batiste says it began when some victims were juveniles.
Our victims began their traumatic experience with him beginning at about approximately 12 years of age, and it continued to about 31 years of age.
Adams' family confirms he was the pastor at Lifestyle Ministries in Citronelle.
When people attend a particular church, they may reside here in the city limits of Mobile, and they may commute to church someplace else. But at the end of the day, the crimes that he's been charged with today occurred within the confines and the jurisdictions of the city of Mobile.
Adams was silent when walking out of MPD headquarters in handcuffs to a patrol car. Would you like to say sorry to the victims? Is that a yes? He eventually apologized. You nodded your head yes that you were sorry to the victims. Would you like to say sorry to them physically?
Sorry.
Investigators say sorry will never be enough for the trauma he's caused the victims. Adams is charged with 3 counts of rape first degree, 2 counts of rape second degree, 3 counts of sodomy first degree, and 2 counts of sexual abuse. Batiste believes there may be more victims and says the department will do all it can to bring them justice.
Anybody that comes forward with information, we're going to follow through with it and try to make sure that we do everything we can if they were victimized to hold him accountable for his actions.
This is a multi-agency investigation. If you were harmed by Adams or know someone that was, you're asked to call police so they can help. NPD's number is 251-208-7211. Reporting live in Mobile, Rachel Wilkerson, NBC 15 News.
All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, first of all, let me say this. This investigation is still ongoing in the Mobile, Alabama Police Department. The police there are still looking for more witnesses. And if you have any information about this particular case, as you heard in the news clip, they want you to call the Mobile, Alabama Police Department because they believe more victims are out there. The investigators said that. Now, let me say this. A lot of people get mad at victims because they say, why did you wait so long? And why did you keep it going on? You could have came to somebody in the church. No, the hell they couldn't have came to nobody in church. You can halfway come to your family members because people don't want to hear the child say or the victim say that the apostle, the prophet, the prophetess did this to me because that's going to mess up the family's relationship with the church. So many times these people feel, well, nobody is going to believe me anyway because this is a great bishop. This is a prophet. This is a pastor. My mom and daddy them love this church. My grandma them, she brought us here all her life. They're not going to believe if I tell them this. So they endure the molestation. They endure that if you tell somebody, I'm a man of God, I'm a woman of God, and I can speak curses on you. That's why victims don't come forward. Now, I want you all to look at this picture, especially you up-and-coming ministers and apostles and bishops and prophetess and all this and the women who want to be first ladies. When you all do wrong by people, a lot of people will say in the church, oh, don't talk about the pastor, don't talk about them. Or if we talk about it, you know, the vloggers, oh, you're an accuser of the brethren or all this, and they'll throw up scriptures and all this kind of stuff. That don't work with the law enforcement. That don't work with the judges or the attorneys. When you break the law, you are held responsible. And for you people in the church who are chasing titles and you have sexual deviant behaviors or you're doing fraud or running scams, be careful because they'll leave you out in handcuffs as well. I keep telling y'all, do not get in ministry if you ain't right. I know it's an easy way to make a buck. I know all you got to do is just tell people Jesus said this and Jesus said that. And people who don't have a relationship with God, they'll believe everything you say because I want somebody to pick me out and call my name and tell me what God, you can sit yourself down. You ain't never got to call my name. I know who I am and I know what God has called me to do. Now, I don't have to go through no third party to get to God. Y'all need to grow up. A lot of you people in the congregation, y'all need to grow up. That's why your families don't listen to you. Your children don't listen to you. Oh, well, the Lord told me to say this over my daughter and on my son, and they grown. Okay, mama, okay, get out of here. Because you have no signs. You have no proof in your life. God can tell y'all everything in the church, as I always say, but he can't tell y'all who the pedophiles are, who the pastors are who are abusing their wives, who are abusing men and women in the church. All these extramarital affairs and babies coming out, then they get on YouTube and then they want to come out with a statement and you all are still right there supporting them, knowing they're wrong. Well, you know, he's just a man. Well, you know, and it's just funny. Let me say this. Isn't it funny how all the men always get away with it, but if the first lady do something, everybody in the church ready to kick her out? Y'all, that's the truth. Let a woman mess up in church. She don't get as many chances as the men get, and some of the people who don't give her chances are women. You all will crucify the first ladies and the women in church who come up and say, this stuff happened to me, but the men get pass after pass after pass. This mess is ridiculous. Now, the pastor did say he was sorry with his head held down, and you people in the church, you want to be pastors and bishops. Oh, and I'm going to be up here, and I'm going to be at the top. This man had 2 churches, one in Alabama, one in Mississippi. Looked like he was doing well for himself. When it all falls down and the truth comes out, his head bowed in the back of a police car saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, look, y'all, I'm off of this topic. You all go off in the comments. Let me know what you think about this video. And if there are more victims out there, this is an ongoing investigation. Contact the Mobile Police Department. All right. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. And let me tell this to victims. It is not your fault. And you can speak out and talk about what happened to you. I don't care what no church mother, no pastor, no apostle, no prophetess, no bishop. Don't be afraid of any of these people. They cannot go against the law. Trust me. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. Peace.